Say hello to the Vivo V60, the newest release from Vivo, and there's a lot going on here. You've got a 50-megapixel camera system co-engineered with Zeiss. And if you know anything about Zeiss, you know Vivo's cameras are consistently some of the best in the business. Under the hood, there's a Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 chip, up to 16 gigabytes of RAM, and up to 512 gigabytes of storage. But here's the number that really stands out, a 6,500 milliamp hours battery. That's massive. Pair that with a 90-watt charger in the box, plus a case and a pre-installed screen protector, and you've already got a phone worth talking about. Let's get into it. I've got the 12 gigabytes RAM, 512 gigabytes storage model in light blue. I've tested the V50, V40, and V30 before this, and they've all been solid, so I was excited to get my hands on the V60. Once you peel off the plastic, you can really see the finish. It has this opalescent shimmer that shifts as light hits it, genuinely striking in person. On the front, you've got a 6.77-inch AMOLED display with a built-in screen protector already applied. It supports HDR10+, runs at 1080p resolution, and hits 1500 nits of manual brightness with a peak of 5000 nits, some of the brightest specs I've seen on a phone. Screen-to-body ratio comes in at 88.1%. Vivo says it's protected by their shock sensation core, though I don't have more detail on that yet. Software-wise, it ships on Android 16 with FunOS on top, and Vivo's promising 4 years of OS updates. Powering it all is that Snapdragon 7 Gen 4, built on a 4nm process with a peak clock speed of 2.8 GHz. The box itself is stacked. That included case is genuinely one of the nicest I've seen bundled with a phone, a light, almost pastel turquoise that pairs beautifully with the light blue finish. It's got raised edges around the corners for drop protection, plus slightly raised camera and LED flash bezels to keep the lenses off flat surfaces. You also get a warranty card, the charging cable, USB-A to USB-C, and a SIM ejector tool. That last one's a nice touch. If you've seen my Pixel 10 videos, you know US phones are eSIM only now, so having a physical SIM slot here is a welcome change. As for the charger, it's rated up to 90 watts, 11V at 8.2A, and it's USB-A. Storage and RAM configurations start at 128 gigabytes with 8 gigabytes RAM, then step up through 256 gigabytes per 8 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes per 12 gigabytes, and 512 gigabytes per 16 gigabytes, which is the model I have, running UFS 2.2 storage. Now, the cameras, a 50MP main wide sensor, a 50MP periscope telephoto with 3x optical zoom, phase detection autofocus, an optical image stabilization, an 8MP ultra-wide, and a 50MP front camera. All of it runs through Zeiss's optics tuning, which is really the signature of Vivo's camera game. They've consistently nailed this partnership. Video tops out at 4K 30 on both the front and rear cameras. Round out the spec sheet with stereo speakers, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.4, and NFC for contactless payments. And then there's that battery, 6,500 milliamp hours, using silicon carbon lithium-ion cell tech, which packs more capacity into a smaller footprint. There's no wireless charging, but you do get reverse wired charging plus bypass charging, meaning if you're gaming or using something like a rideshare app that keeps your screen on and phone hot, plugged-in power bypasses the battery entirely to run the phone directly. That keeps heat and battery wear down, which is a feature I always love seeing. Color options are mist gray, moonlit blue, and auspicious gold. Mine's moonlit blue. After spending more time with it, this phone just has a lot to like. That 6.77-inch AMOLED panel with 120Hz refresh, HDR10+, and 5000 nit peak brightness might be the brightest screen I've tested. It's fantastic outdoors. Combined with that 6,500 milliamp hours battery, you're realistically looking at around 2 days of use, and the 90-watt charger gets you back to full fast. With the case on, it weighs in at roughly 201 grams, which feels well balanced for its size, lightweight without feeling cheap. Performance-wise, the Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 sits in that sweet spot between mid-range and flagship. It handles gaming and daily use with plenty of headroom, without draining the battery the way a Snapdragon 8 series chip might. You also get IP68 and IP69 ratings, so it's rated for submersion up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes, plus protection against high-pressure, high-temperature water exposure, something in the range of 160 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. For context, OnePlus actually ran their 13 through a dishwasher and a hot water clothes washer at a launch event, and it survived both. That's the kind of durability we're talking about with these ratings. Back to the cameras. That 50MP primary and 50MP periscope telephoto are the stars here, with 3x optical zoom, PDF, and OIS. There's also an 8MP ultra-wide, a ring LED flash, and 4K 30 video from both cameras. The 50MP selfie camera benefits from the Zeiss tuning too. One nice extra. The camera app includes preset focal lengths, 23mm, 35mm, 50mm, 85mm, and 100mm, which is great for varying your portrait shots. Overall, this is a well-rounded package. Strong performance, a genuinely excellent camera system, generous storage options, an incredibly bright display, and a battery that just doesn't quit. One important note, this phone isn't sold in the US, so that included charger won't work with US outlets, and you may run into limited network compatibility depending on your carrier's 5G per LTE bands. But globally, this is another strong entry from Vivo. Having covered the V30 through the V60 now, they keep delivering, especially on the camera side. That's everything for this one. Drop your questions or thoughts in the comments. I'll do my best to respond. If you like the video, and subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to catch new videos as they drop. Thanks for so much watching. Guys, see you next time.